The following content does not reflect the opinions of Fox Sports Radio. We assure you that everyone who works here isn't nearly that dumb.
All right.
Yo.
Coming to you live from Philly. It's the number one rated Paulie Tony Fusco show.
Yo.
As always, Paulie Fusco here with Tony Fusco and Tony.
Yo.
Huge show today.
Yeah,
We'll tell you the
bro.
only move Bronny James can make to save his sucky basketball
there's
career.
only one, bro.
And why Jalen Brunson, talk about sucky, is a disgrace. To all those who fought for this country. And we'll tell you why.
Bro.
On the subject of disgraces, Tony, we're going to have a guy on the show who, well, now that Skip Bayless is on his way out, this guy now has the worst takes of anybody in the industry, Fox Sports host Jason McIntyre. And, you got to hand it to him, Tony. He had a take that was just so bad and divorced from reality the other day. I hear he's actually now a front runner at Fox to replace Skip.
Wow. Well, we're going to find out what it is, bro.
Yeah. Well, by the way, on the subject of disgraces, too, this Fox Sports radio exec, this jerk came up to me the other day.
Yeah.
And he said, do you know your show only has 150 reviews on Apple? Why is that?
150,000, right?
I thought that's what I thought, 150,000. He seemed to think 150 like 150.
That's because, that's probably because everyone knows the show's already perfect. So what's there to review?
Exactly. That's what I said to him. To him. Anyway, just, go leave a review so this loser will just shut up and leave us alone.
Yeah, just go and do it after the show, of course.
Yeah, after the show. Anyway, until then, all right, right now, let's get right in to our top story.
Top story.
All right, top story, is the MLB All Star game. We're not going to talk about the game because nobody gives a shit.
No.
But we're going to talk about, what happened Monday night, upstaged everything, the national anthem performed by country star Ingrid Andress. And, first of all, a lot of people saying it was bad. Tony, I listened. I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah, me neither. I don't listen to country music, so, all of it sounds kind of painful like that to me.
Yeah, me too. I mean, the next day, though, this Ingrid Andress came out and, she did the smart and also expected thing. She announced she was going to rehab and that she'd been drunk during the entire performance.
So smart.
Yeah, exactly. Smart move.
Yep.
And, also sets a good example for athletes too, right, Tony?
Absolutely. In fact, if I'm Bronny James, I think now would be a smart time to just come out and say, I'm going to rehab. I was drunk during all those summer league games,
Put out an IG post and say, that was not me shooting bricks. That was the alcohol.
Yeah, and it'll totally change the narrative. Suddenly, everyone's praying for Bronny.
Just such great advice and analysis there, Tony. And, well, to our next story.
Thank you.
We all know NBA players are just terrible role models for our children.
They're the worst,
just
bro.
Destroying society. And now
Absolutely.
This latest so-called star is just setting a terrible example, trying to destroy our country. Jalen Brunson, reworking his deal with the Knicks. So it's $113 million less than he could earn, just so the team could afford to sign better players. What is this un-American bullshit?
Total bullshit.
Just a total millennial socialist move. Who's this guy as agent? That AOC chick?
Yeah.
Just disgraceful, Tony, right?
Yeah, exactly. So un-American. We all know the American way is that a few people take all the money and don't leave it for anybody else.
Yep.
That's why when people on our staff, like our asshole producer or the janitor or the interns, when they ask for raises or just to be paid in general, we always say no. That's unpatriotic. You want to get paid like everybody else? Go to the Soviet Union.
Yeah, well, that's where idiots like Jalen Brunson should be headed. They forget how our country works. And also how the NBA works. Isn't that right, Tony?
So true. All the legends like Russell Westbrook knew that you signed the biggest contract possible so that the team can't afford to surround you with good players and has to surround you with shit players.
Yup.
That way, your stats keep going up and up, and when your contract's up, they look around and think, shit, that guy's our only good player. We need to pay him even more to keep him. I can't believe we got to explain this.
I can't believe we got to explain this, Tony.
Exactly.
I mean, look at LeBron.
Yeah.
I give him credit. He's doing it the right way.
Exactly.
He took all the money that the Lakers could afford, and now they have so little. Well, the only player they can get is Bronny. He's the best player they can afford.
100%.
That's how you do it.
That's so obvious.
And this Jalen Brunson thinks he's doing it the right way. He's clearly not thinking about his financial future or even the financial now. I mean, he's going to run out of money.
Yeah. And he's only making like $39 million a year.
Nothing.
And exactly. And you take out taxes at that rate, and then boom, you're down to $19.5 million.
Yep.
And then you still got to pay lawyers,
Yep.
agents,
Yep.
managers, dry cleaners.
Yep.
And just like that, you're down to $9 million.
Yep.
And don't forget, you got New York tolls
Yep.
and cabs and Ubers.
Yep.
And now he's down to $8 million.
Yep.
And then you still got to pay for a house in New York City.
Yep.
That's like $7.95 million right there.
On the low end, though.
Exactly. Now you're down to just $50,000.
Oof.
Well, maybe, he can get a 2-bedroom in Hoboken. So, okay, now you got another $2 million left over.
See, this kid's not even thinking, Tony.
No.
You're doing the thinking for him.
Exactly.
That's great contractual analysis there. But on the subject of contracts, Tony, you see Skip Bayless reportedly leaving FS1 after 8 years due to low ratings and, a general lack of interest from everyone. Now, to FS1's credit, they did try to, improve the show, adding so many people on the set that you wouldn't even notice Skip was still there.
Yeah, they tried.
But the reports say Skip is leaving. It's official.
Yeah, and I hope all of you heard what Paulie just said because it's so important. Skip Bayless is leaving.
Yep.
I hear a lot of people saying Skip was fired, and that's just not true.
Not true.
No. Every headline I read clearly stated that he was leaving. Clearly, this was a mutual decision, and Skip Bayless clearly knows he has tons of better options at other networks, like, he'll find something.
Yeah, he'll find something.
Pluto TV,
Yep.
Tubi, Crackle. There's tons of options.
Yeah, tons of options.
Yeah.
And whatever the case here, Tony, it just shows that Skip and FS1, they're finally admitting what we've been telling you people for years, that these sports debate shows are a total waste of everyone's time.
Exactly.
Why do you need to debate sports? It's never made any sense. Like, watch this. Yeah. Tony, does Bronny James suck at basketball?
Yes.
Correct. Is Dak Prescott a good quarterback?
No.
Correct. Who is the most underrated athlete in all of human history?
Eric Snow.
There you go. See, no debate necessary.
No. What's there even to talk about?
Exactly.
Debate what?
Anyway, before we move on, it's time for an important message from one of our prized and valued business partners that kind of went through a lot this week. In fact, they've sent us this prepared statement, which they've paid us handsomely to read on air. So that's what we're going to do right now. Read this message from our good friends at United Airlines. You may have heard that NFL Hall of Fame running back Terrell Davis was handcuffed on a recent United Airlines flight. Please allow all of us at United to explain this unfortunate misunderstanding. First, while handcuffing passengers isn't a customary practice on our airline, we do feel it's more fair to handcuff certain faster passengers to give the slower passengers an equal opportunity to get off the plane and get their carry-ons first. Second, the flight attendant thought the passenger was Terrell Owens. So, you understand. And third, the pilot heard that a Hall of Fame AFC running back Bronco was on the plane and feared for the life of all the passengers. But when someone told him OJ had died a few months ago, he was relieved and immediately apologized. So anyway, please continue to fly the friendly skies, your friends at United. There you go. See, a real service we just did for our good friends
there. There you go.
And, I see our phone line lighting up here. So let's go ahead and get our guest on the line and bring on the Fusco Satellite Network.
Fusco Satellite Network.
All right, this guy. He's a busy man. We'll give him that. Hosts the Straight Fire podcast on iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio. Also co-hosts The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Also known for having the absolute worst takes in the entire business, which he actually seems proud of. for some reason.
Doesn't make sense.
You know, last week we had on Rob Barker, who might have the record for most times being kicked off the show. But if there's a second place, it's this guy right here. Might take back his record. Anyway, Jason McIntyre, welcome back to the show.
So glad to be back, gentlemen. Goodness gracious. Eagles, they're going to be awesome this year, huh? You guys fired up?
Good. Sorry, I take back what I said about those takes.
Bro.
Great
that was
takes.
a good, you came out firing with good positivity.
He's trying to get on our good side, Tony. See, he knows.
A lot of ass kissing in this one. Remember Julia Roberts, Pretty Woman, goes into the store, gets thrown out, comes back, and they have to kiss her ass big time? That's what I'm doing to you guys, so I don't get kicked off.
You just alienated 99.9% of our audience.
Yeah,
you
bro.
don't think your meatball audience has seen Pretty Woman? One of the seminal movies of the last 50 years.
What's next? A reference about the movie Heathers? Remember Heathers, everybody?
Yeah. Christian Slater, Winona Ryder.
Julia Roberts into international stardom.
Okay.
Can we bring it into this century,
All right,
bro?
next on AMC. Up next, Steel Magnolias. By the way, thank you for dressing up, Jason. Really appreciate
I'll go to
it.
the gym after this, get in a quick pump.
Hopefully when he said quick pump, he meant in the gym and not in the locker room, if you catch my drift. All right, let's get into the big stories. All right, with Skip Bayless's departure, FS1, all that, a lot of people, they're saying this could be the end of sports trolling.
Yeah.
Now, as a serial hated sports troll yourself, how concerned are you about your long-term career prospects?
I don't consider myself a troll. I consider myself a great debater. One of the foremost debaters in sports right now in sports media.
Mass debaters.
I don't think this is the end of anything. What's wrong with trolling?
What do you mean, one of the foremost? Who are the other three, bro? What are you talking about?
I'm talking to two of them. You guys are trolls.
No, we are objective observers.
We're objective. Everything's grounded.
Of the truth.
Based in reality and facts, bro.
Right, like I'm looking at you right now and you're wearing 1/3 of a shirt.
Yeah.
That's an observation.
Yeah.
So Nick Sirianni,
great coach.
Is your coach. Oh yeah, he's a great coach. He's on the hot seat. Come on, what are you talking about? He was in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Now they want to run him out of town.
Come on,
Jalen Hurts is going to bail his ass out because he's good. He's going to bail out Nick Sirianni's broke ass who can't coach his way out of a paper bag. And Saquon Barkley's a massive addition. I got the Eagles winning the NFC East. It ain't going to be the Cowboys.
So I see what's going on.
Yeah,
I see what's
exactly.
going on here, Tony. He's very smart. He sees that trolling is not working as a career move. So now he's
kissing
pivoting.
ass.
He's kissing.
Yeah.
He's now serial ass kisser. I gotta like this.
Good.
I like this new Jason McIntyre.
Yeah, that's good, bro.
As the wind moves, that's how I move.
I do like this new approach, so this way when Colin Cowherd's like, oh, the Jets suck ass, how are they going to win 11 games, never in hell, and you'll be like, that's a great point, Mr. Cowherd, I totally agree. That could be a good lane for you, J-Mac.
Well, I'm not really allowed to talk on the show, so I didn't
Which is
really
a great
offer that.
Which is a great thing. That's why the ratings are good.
That's why I got my tap to Colin Cowherd. That's why
good
he
for
is
you,
the master.
bro.
We became the number one show when I joined, but nevertheless.
They are like, hey, J-Mac's on the show, but he's not going to say anything.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll electrocute him if he
He's
speaks.
just going to sit there and he's going to shut the up.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to talk. That's it. Smart.
Yeah. Okay,
so
look.
good, bro.
Certainly.
All right, hold on. But, it takes, they're not improving all around. The other day you were guest hosting The Herd, right? For some reason, Colin let you do that. Clear lapse in judgment. But anyway, you named the 5 teams most likely to make the Super Bowl. Okay.
Yeah.
Here were the teams you listed. The Chiefs, okay. 49ers, fine. Lions, fine. Bengals, okay. Whatever. Whatever.
I left the Eagles out.
Here was the 5th team you mentioned, the Jets. So, I ask this respectfully. Are you sure you're mentally sound?
So I don't know. Have you guys heard of gambling lines? The Jets are favored in 11 of their first 12 games. 11 of their first 12 games, they're favored. This is a team.
So who are they
Vegas
playing?
expects to
College
dominate.
teams? Was there like
They're playing
some
the blind sisters of the poor after they lose to the Niners?
Exactly.
Are they just playing the Cardinals like
Also,
over and over?
Aaron Rodgers, he's out of his darkness retreat. He's back from Egypt. He's going to assuming his Achilles holds up, he should be fine. The Jets are an 11-win team. They're going to the playoffs for sure.
Over 3 seasons. Okay.
They've got a a great offensive
Exactly,
line.
bro.
I mean, you add Mike Williams. That's such an upgrade as the number 2 receiver. They got one of the best running backs in the league.
They have a bunch of number 2 receivers, if you catch
Brees
my
Hall.
drift.
number
Darrell
2
Wilson's not a top
in
10
the
receiver.
bedroom.
You're a number 2 receiver
Yeah,
on the
you're number
herd.
2.
I can't
Yeah,
even listen to this
exactly.
tape.
No,
I'm
see,
honestly not even listening. I'm not even listening. There's no
I know
reason.
you guys don't like Robert Saleh. He's a handsome dude. He's bald.
Yes.
He's probably a
you like
threat
guys
to
with
you
big
guys.
biceps because you look in the mirror and you love yourself.
Oh, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
we
you
get
like
it.
me.
What does
You
looks
love
have
it.
to do? Have you seen Andy Reid, bro?
Yeah,
I've seen that.
Frankly,
Looks don't win, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys
The
ran
uglier
Andy
the
Reid
coach,
out
the
of
better.
Yeah, the uglier the coach, the better, bro. That's why Nick Sirianni's ready, bro. Ready to take the next
Not
step.
a good-looking man.
Ran
No.
Andy Reid out of town after all those failures. In
No,
the,
we
in the
didn't. We
NFL.
never
You
said
ran
we
him out of
wanted to
town. Now
get
he's
rid of
moving.
Andy Reid.
He's the best coach in the history of the sport.
You
You
know-
ran Andy Reid out of town. It's
No,
you.
we didn't, bro.
I'm going to run you out of town. Can we
Yeah.
move on to a different topic? You're trying to run he thinks he's hosting the herd again. All right, hold on.
Yeah, exactly,
Let's talk about Bronny James, okay?
No. Do
Let's
we
see
have
if you can improve on this topic. You know, he's struggling in summer league, 0 for $1 billion, right? But don't you think there's an easy solution here? You know, you saw that singer at the MLB All Star game, right? You know, the Ingrid one who sucked
The chick
it up
who was
and then
drunk or something?
Yeah, exactly. She
Exactly,
came out and
exactly.
said, "I was drunk. I'm going to rehab." Don't you think that would work well for Bronny? Just come out and say, "I've been drunk. All my shots, I was just
That wasn't
drunk
me out
on,"
there
and just-
shooting brick after brick. That was the alcohol.
Yeah.
I don't know. He averaged 4 points a game at USC, and now he's at 4 points a game in the summer league. So he's, right on par with what he was in college. Which
Okay,
is,
so I was drunk all through college. That would track,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, so he's a bricklayer. So what? He's only 19. He's going to improve, just like you guys. Your first pod, I think I was on it.
No, we came out platinum,
Yeah,
bro.
you are the guest on our first. That is true. He was the first guest we've ever had.
No.
It was
You guys
totally
will
improved from there.
totally prove
Can
it.
you? I
And
would
now
suggest
here
this
you
will help
are
your career. Just
winning
come right up now and say,
awards.
"I've been drunk for the past 8 years,
Yeah,
and
that'll
I'm
help.
going to rehab." Do
Yeah.
it right now.
Go ahead.
Wait, you're still in mom's basement?
Oh, you
that
want to
what
take
you
a shot at me?
doing?
You know who's in the basement, bro?
You.
in
You,
sports
bro.
media. Guess
Yeah,
what?
'cause
Guess
guess
what,
what, bro?
You're gonna be on the next Buster Rehab
Yeah,
because
'cause
you're out of the show.
You're
Get out of here. Yeah, go buy a shirt. Yeah, you've been drunk and tired. Yeah, that's why you
I'm
got an
drunk from
Irish
just
last name,
listening
bro.
to you.
It's because you're drunk.
Fusco Satellite Network.
Is he off the line?
Jay, hang up the phone.
Just a total mistake to have that clown on this show.
Clearly he was drunk, so we're going to go ahead and release the statement that he's
Yeah, we'll
going
do
to
it on his
rehab.
behalf.
Yeah.
He clearly not in his right mind.
Nope.
Anyway,
Nope.
but we do want to thank our good friends at United Airlines and
Thank you. Oh, you kidding me?
Someone who-
Yeah, we're all united in wanting to murder producer Jay. Yeah.
what?
Corrections.
What?
Wow, what do you want? Hurry up.
You said Skip Bayless leaving Fox was a mutual decision.
It's what he wanted, bro.
Yeah, read the headlines, bro.
That's just what got reported, but everybody knows it wasn't a mutual decision.
Oh yeah, well, you know what isn't going to get reported? Your mysterious disappearance.
Yeah, and Skip is also what women say when they see you on Tinder. Oh,
Good
you're
one,
done.
Tony.
Thank you. Let's get out of here. The show's over.
No.
What? Hurry up.
You said Jalen Brunson couldn't afford to live in New York on $9 million a year?
Nope.
High cost of living, bro.
Yeah.
According to the latest census, the average median household income in New York City is $67,000 a year. So I think he'll be fine.
Oh yeah, well, after the show, I think you'll be dead.
Yeah. You're never going to put your tiny meaty in a woman. Oh, you're
Good
done.
one, Tony. Great
Let's get out of
wordplay.
here.
Yeah.
Yep,
Hold
let's
on.
go.
What?
You said the most underrated athlete in sports history is Eric Snow.
Yeah, bro.
No debate, bro.
I mean, he was all right, but most underrated ever? That's a huge stretch.
Oh yeah, well, you know what isn't a huge stretch? When you get a boner.
Yeah. You know what's a tiny stretch? When you enter a vagina. Oh, you're done.
Great one,
he
Tony.
Said he's soaking
but guess who's going to be
shit.
entering the show in just 1 week, Tony?
Who?
Booked solid for next week. Super Bowl hero, Eagles champion Nick Foles will be here.
That's huge,
don't forget,
bro.
rate and review the show 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. Go do it. And
Go do
Tony,
that.
great job as always.
Same to you, Paulie. Another flawless show.
There you go. We'll see you people next week.
See ya.